Oh, God, that was a really awkward intro, but I'm going to keep it because, it represents me and how awkward I am. But, sorry, I'm going to just move my mic properly. So, weekly uploads. Crazy. I know. Very crazy. I don't know why I'm actually doing that. But I am. Actually, I do know why. Because anything is better than revise for GCSEs. I put on a GCSE PE video, and oh my god, is there anyone that teaches GCSE PE that isn't the most dull, boring person on earth? Nah, how did you get away with that, mate? That is unbelievable. But no, apparently not. Nevertheless, I was like, right, well, what else should I do with my life? What else my girlfriend is ignoring me? I was like, you know what? Let's make a YouTube video. I didn't really prep what I was going to do, but I thought about what I always like to watch, and then now, but mainly when I was younger, was school stories, and I thought I'd talk about teachers and the best and worst teachers that I've ever had. I don't really remember much from primary school. I had 3 different primary schools when I was younger, so that kind of whole period is a bit different. I had one teacher. So I went to Vietnam for a year, year 6 or something. It didn't really make any difference in terms of schooling because everyone was in lockdown anyway. So most people were just really don't know or done by an eyelid. But I had a teacher up there who was actually English because I went to a Vietnamese school. Oh my god, it was rough. But yeah, I had a teacher who was actually English called Mr. Martin. And I've got that backfired. I'm just gonna die now, aren't I? I had a teacher called Mr. Martin who, brilliant, was very, maybe he was American, I don't know, that he had a very funny voice and he was really tall, and I don't think he could speak Vietnamese, but all the kids could speak English, it didn't really matter. But we did some home learning, some not home learning, because obviously they had COVID out there as well. It was just slightly different because they're better at managing it, because England is atrocious at managing any sort of kind of anything. But he was such a chill guy. But I remember I was in his lessons for a bit and I wasn't finding them especially easy or especially hard, and he kind of pulled me to the side one day and he was like, when were you born? I said, 3rd January 2010. He was like, okay, because they base it on birth year here rather than actual age. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, well, you're just about 2010, whereas you're not really that age. I was like, what? Oh man, I had no idea what he was on about. That's the best that I can recoup what he was saying. But he said to me, basically, you're in your year 6 age and this is a year 5 class. I was like, oh, that was not apparent. That was not apparent to me at all. I was not excelling like I should at a year 5 classroom. I was not doing that well, and I was like, and he's like, do you want to go up? No, I don't want to go up. I actually couldn't think of anything worse, especially English. Yeah, I was pretty good at English, obviously. I've always been okay at maths. I just don't like it, so I wasn't actually that good. I say I'm good at maths because I am good at maths, but I didn't like it as a kid and I didn't try, so I only get I'd say just slightly above average grades now. Whereas if I actually liked it when I was younger, I think I'd be quite good. But anyway, well, it's literally irrelevant. But apart from English, I didn't do very well in maths or science. Jeez, he just molested me. So I was like, nah, well, I'm 100% saying it. But that always made me feel a little bit weird, kind of not really being in the right classroom, and being obviously the only other English person in the classroom, basically the only other English person in the school. So That's why I don't really mind about feeling different as a teenager, because like you can't really be more different than that. All the Vietnamese kids absolutely loved me. They love Mr. Martin. I'm trying to remember that I'm actually talking about teachers here. They love Mr. Martin so much. Jesus Christ. I have a permanent like ringing in my ear whenever I think of him, of Mr. Martin, because their voices like were so irritating. Because it was like, yeah, you know, like private school kids in England. Okay, make them fat, make them Vietnamese, and make English their second language. Oh my god, it was so horrible. So like just listening to their voice, and a lot of them had crushes on me, not because I'm particularly beautiful, but because I was white and I had blonde hair at the time, which I don't want to talk about. So like everyone just automatically liked me. So I had to hear their voice a lot, which I didn't really want to. Oh shit, she got faked me. But yeah, they honestly, the amount they like just spam called Mr. Martin, and it just did my nut in. Don't you dare take my kill. Why? Oh, that was an immaculate piece of skill to anyone that appreciates. Yeah, that did my nut in. But he was a chill guy. He was a decent teacher. I didn't know anything that was going on. I can't lie. I was pretty dumb. I didn't really listen. I didn't focus. It was a pretty rough period of my life, so my head was always elsewhere. Didn't learn anything at all, but I was very good at English. We did have a form of test that was terrifying at the end of the year. It's called a checkpoint test. I would say it was the equivalent of SATs, but it wasn't, because it was terrifying. Like, we were all in a mass. Like, it was closer to GCSEs than it was to SATs. Like, how it was laid out and how official it was, and all scary, and it's good because it made like my first mocks and stuff less. Fuck you, kill yourself. I'm going over here. Made that less scary, but at the time it was pretty daunting. But you know, at least I was really good at one thing, which is English. But yeah, that was my Vietnam teacher. He was alright. I liked him. He was a chill guy. Bro, I just take my soul. I don't care. I'm trying to think of other primary school teachers I had. When I was a lot younger, like I don't know, year 3, year 4, I had a teacher called Miss Jacobs. Jacob. She was really, really nice. She was a bit kind of one of those teachers that you know is a real person. Like, they make it clear that they're a real person. She kind of let like slip sometimes that she actually had human emotions, which, you know, is fair, but teachers aren't really supposed to do that. Fuck, can be close. But she was awesome. She like glazed me because for some reason I did really well at primary school. Maybe because I actually tried. Whoa! I don't care. I don't want to fight that guy. So she liked me because I was smart. Although I knew I was smart, so she stopped liking me around about the time I knew I was smart. And started strongly disliking me. I know what you're doing. I know the game you're playing. Kill yourself. I don't know what I'm doing here. I think I'm panicking. Yeah, she used to always tell me off for being arrogant and overconfident, which doesn't sound like me. But it does a little bit. And she used to tell me off a lot for that. I remember one of my like core memories of her is one day just clearly being in a really bad mood and just put me in a hole. She was in a really bad mood and I was being a dick as per usual, and she called me arrogant, and I think I was like 10, so you can leave me alone. Not 10, how old was I? 7, 8, I don't know. But she called me arrogant. I was like, what does that mean? She was like, you know what, good point. Get a dictionary go down to the year 1 class and sit there and write out the definition of arrogant 100 times. I was like, damn, okay, bro. I don't think you could do that anymore. But I did. No one did that. Wrote down the definition of arrogant 100 times. I don't know what it is now. Me. But, that's a memory that I forever have, because it really upset me, because I was such a little like softball at the time. Like I used to like cry when I was moved down to the sad face. Not that I'm particularly hard as nails now, but you know, I don't do that. I have a... Oh, yeah, brilliant. Cheers, Jeff. Yeah, that really upset me. Okay, someone's finally decided to text back. Just going to tell it to go. But she was nice. She always used to hug everyone, which apparently was weird. But it was like Waterside. It was a little tiny school, and everyone was everyone, and there was probably no paedophiles, and if they were good at hiding it. So it was fine. But I never liked it. I didn't really do it. Everyone else did, but I didn't, because my parents displayed me no physical affection as a child. So it weirded me out. But occasionally, when I was like super upset, I don't know what I could have been crying about. I don't know what children cry about at 7 or 8, but occasionally I was, and then I'd kind of suck it up. And she was like, I'll say plump is probably the best word. She was a large woman, so you know, they give good hugs, right? It's a random divulging strand, but she was cool. I liked her. I went to Marchwood after that. All the teachers were horrible, and I hated them. They hated me. Especially the head teacher, who was literally my dad's best man. He really hated me. I don't know why. Probably because I was a little shit. I just got more of a little shit as I got older. I can't lie. I don't want to do that. Yeah, what are you doing? Jeez, I mean, out of retarded moves, that's pretty high on the list. Yeah, he didn't like me at all. He kind of didn't ever like me. Even when I got to secondary school and got out of his hair, he just consistently didn't like me. Always liked my little brother. But, maybe I didn't like football when I was younger, and he really liked football. Who knows? He just didn't like me. But, he was the head teacher and one of my teachers at one point. So that's a negative experience. He always used to stuff. Yeah, I remember. To be fair, I remember there was an incident where I punched someone at one point, and he was really nice about it. Like he said, it was like a reactionary thing, and I obviously meant no harm. It's a long. Go away! It's a long story. He was nice about that. I don't really have any other kind of important teachers in Marchwood. There was one guy called Mr. Jacobs, which is ironic. They weren't married. He was really nice. He always used to let me hit on the girls without telling me off, which was nice. I don't know why I don't know. But there wasn't really that much going on in Marchwood. I was kind of like not really a real person, although no one that goes to Marchwood is, because they suck all sense of individuality out of you at that point. But you know. Then I was going to get BNL after that. And then secondary school was, I mean, it's a whole hive, isn't it? Because you get like, oh, he's got strength. What am I doing? You get like a bunch of them rather than just the one. Jesus Christ, I don't know why I'm unable to talk today. But so I had some good teachers, some bad teachers. I remember I had Miss Clues for English. I was going to say Emily, if you're watching this. Emily won't be watching this, but you'll know what I'm on about, because we used to sit next to each other. And I don't think I learned a single thing in that lesson, because either me or Emily were just both just so ridiculously funny at that time, and we would just laugh at each other just the entire lesson. I think we both got less funny. She got more grumpy and I got more angry at the world, so that kind of stopped happening. She hates me now, but it's fine. Not actually hates me, we're still friends, I'm joking. But yeah, that was a chill lesson. come here, come here. But she didn't teach me anything, but she always used to let me get away with talking. Whenever she'd be like, right, if you don't stop talking, I'm going to move you. I'd be like, no, please don't. And she'd be like, okay. And just go back, and it's just nothing happened. So that was interesting. That was my first like experience of a teacher that was just absolutely useless. She just had no idea what was going on ever. She was really young at the time. She's still young, but I mean, it was 5 years ago, so she must have been like young. We were probably not quite new to teaching. I don't know what she's like nowadays because I don't have her. But she was definitely wasn't great then. How have I still lost that? Other teachers I had. I'm trying to think whether to say a certain story or not, but I'm actually going to leave it because it's really bad. Teachers now, I have least favourite teachers. My probably one of my favourite teachers, not in terms of being a good person, I mean, like, not that she's not a good person, but just in actual teaching ability, is my maths teacher, because I had shit maths teachers all my life, hence why I didn't like it. And then I had her, and I just started to really like it, and my grades went up by like 4. If I get a 7, they would have gone up by like 6, I think, which I'm hoping to get, but I wish I won't, but still. Yeah, so she like upped my grades, upped my attitude towards maths. She's awesome. Her son, quick little cool thing for you. Her son plays for Southampton. He's a really chill guy. Oh wait, oh no, that's an assist. Oh well. Yeah, Cameron Bragg. So, his mum, Mrs. Bragg. Actually, I don't know what her name is. Is my maths teacher. She's awesome. She's Scottish. Scotland. Sorry, I have to do that every time I mention Scotland. But she's awesome. I love her voice. It's just so funny, especially when she says like increasingly Scottish things. I like when she does that. Sorry, this is actually a stressful situation. I'm just managing what to do. She's awesome. Not like the nicest. She always has a go at me, but that's because, you know, like I said before, I'm a little shit. But sometimes I like, you know, just talk too much and she crashes out. Me and my mate that sit next to me have a game called Five Nights at Bragg's, where you've basically got to survive the whole lesson without getting like brutally molested by her, which rarely happens. Just made him die to full damage. That's cute. Use a bitch, mate. Use a bitch. Come here. Come here, fight me. Actually, there's 3 players left. I'm going to find the other guy. See you later. Yeah, she's awesome. I've got a male teacher. I don't know why I had to point that out. It's because I find him fit. Nice. Called Mr. Cox, who's awesome. He's like, he sounds and looks a bit like Jason Statham. Very much sounds like him. Looks a bit. I give it to him. He doesn't really, but he's also fit regardless. He's got a Spanish wife. He's just that guy. He's just that guy. Like, he's like a proper lad's lad you'd have a pint with, but he's also like a really strong feminist and really like ridiculously articulate. Obviously, as a high level English literature teacher, you're gonna be, but I just find that cool. He's one of my favourite people. Not necessarily teachers. He's not a bad teacher. He's a kind of like Marmite. Like, you love him or hate him. He works really well for you, or he doesn't. Jump. That's what I thought. Whoa, dodge. I don't know why everyone always attacks me when I have strength. It's a stupid decision. Okay, I don't know why I died to that guy. He's awesome. He's nice. I've got a least favourite teacher, Mr. Cross, by far. I don't know if I've spoken about him before. I made a whole video on him when I've kind of had him for like a couple months because of how crap he was. And then I think some friends and like my mum was like, you can't post it. I was like, why not? He was like, what if someone or he finds that and shows it to him? You'll get like molested violently, which he would do because he's a paedophile, might I add. But I was like, okay, that's actually kind of a really good point. So I think I've deleted it by now because I changed like my PC. But at some point I'll find that. I will not find it, but I'll make it again. But he's just such a disastrously bad teacher. It's his first year teaching, and he's given to a second year GCSE class. Outstanding, good work, school. He teaches GCSE business. I don't know what this guy's doing. What are you doing? Oh, you're crouching at me. Fine, I'll leave you alone because I'm nice. And he's just really bad. Like, he just can't teach. How did I die? Like, even remotely, he's just mate, I can't. I don't even know what to say. He's just really bad. He's also a paedophile. He said lots of questionable things to girls and boys. I got a restorative with him the other day, which is a dissension, and with a bunch of other people, and he said that we all have no future and that we're never going to achieve anything. I was like, that's really nice. A lot coming from a failed business teacher, but whatever. And he's just the most miserable excuse for a human being. I know that Hoskins guy, Mr. Hoskins, that I was talking about earlier. He knows him, and he just called him incompetent. He said he's useless as a teacher and basically everything he does. And I was like, that's so real. I'm glad you agree on something. I don't know who to target. You've got strength, so I'm still that guy. But yeah, you know it's bad when other teachers calling him crap. Get off the edge. Go. Okay, that's not working. Yeah, I knew you were gonna do that. I knew you were gonna do that. Oh, brilliant. Just brilliant. Just awesome sauce. Like, what's your aim here? Because if you, jeez, you're so special. Yeah, I don't like him. I'm trying to go other teachers. It's pretty end of the video. Maybe talk to my girlfriend, but fuck that. Current teachers. Nah, I've actually given up. I've done all my stuff. It's 22 minutes. Just great heavens. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any nosebleed kids. If you have teachers you want to talk about, put them in the comments and I'll talk about them. So yeah, love you all. Subscribe, like the video. Bye.